What's up, YouTube? Okay, so boom. We are here showing you this hair video. This is the before and after. We did like a bleach and dye DIY at the crib. So yeah, these are the after colors. So I'm just gonna show you guys what we use. This is the bleach we use. We basically use the liquid developer level 2, I believe, with like 4 packets of bleach dye. Mix that together. So what we're doing now is, this is my little sister too, by the way. Shout out to her. But yeah, she is putting Vaseline around her edges, all around the back edges, scalp, so she don't get no burn. You know what I'm saying? And that is what's happening right now. I'm just setting up the chair and stuff like that. All right, so this video is moving kind of fast. I do apologize, but I did have about 2 hours of footage, and we was not finna do 2 hours of footage, babes. So yeah, the first step in bleaching and dyeing hair is obviously bleaching first, but before that, you have to detangle. So the first thing I'm doing is, and she has really, really curly hair. She is mixed, so we are going to section this bad boy and detangle and brush all this out into 4 different sections. That is going to be my first goal of the day. And it's very it's like very easier to detangle when you use this type of brush that I'm using right here. It's kind of like a wide tooth detangler brush. I don't know, I think my little sister ordered this from TikTok. I don't know if I have the link, but it was one of those detangler ones where, you know, the brush isn't falling apart, coming out, breaking easily, and yeah, it just detangles like effortlessly. Hey, so now it looks like we started on the section to start bleaching. And you know, I am no professional by any means, y'all. This is just, you know, the easy quick way I know how to bleach. But I know like the professional way or something like that, like has something to do with toner and stuff like that. But I listen, I'm not that specialized in bleaching. I've just bleached hair before this way, so this is just how we're gonna do it. So we starting our sections off. You start at the end, and then I'm working my way up on each section. So that's the first part of bleaching. And then too, y'all, you got to move fast with bleaching as well, because the color literally starts changing so quick. Like, I low-key wish I started um on the top part first, but I just don't know how I would have, you know, made that happen without the bleach running down to the bottom of the head that quick. But yeah, so we're starting with this back right section right here, and we just working our way up on the from the ends. And when you're doing this, make sure you fully get every strand. Okay, you don't want to leave no strands out, because with this look we're doing specifically, This look is going to be like the whole head bleached and then two different dyes on the head, but it's not split down the middle. You guys will see. You guys will see. But right now, just working our way up as I'm doing, massaging it in, making sure I'm not missing any strands and stuff like that. And when I get to all the way to the top, and she has kind of thick curly hair, so I'm trying to spread thin what I got as well. But once you get into the top and all the strands are coated, the next step you're gonna do is comb it out. You want to comb it through thoroughly, make sure it's gets through everything. You don't want to skip, and you don't want any knots, and then oh, you have a black patch here, another patch there. So again, this is not professional bleach, okay? Like, this is just, the quick, easy hood way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just the little, razzle dazzle, how we know how to bleach. This is how we live and lighten our hair. But at the end of the day, there are proper steps to it that I don't fully know. I did not go to hair school. I am not a hairstylist. This is just, and honestly, I haven't bleached hair in years, okay? Like, in so long. So yeah, we just coating that bad boy, make sure everything is coated, got every strand, like I said. So now we are basically going to just work our way up the head. I am going to cut and clip a couple parts of this, but we basically just working our way up the head. This is still the same section, and we're doing it in chunks, doing the same thing for the last one on up. And then we're just going to keep going for our 4 sections until we are done. Make sure it's combed thoroughly, make sure every strand is covered, and you got all the way to the top of the base of the head. So it looks like we got our first section done, and I am moving, baby. It's only been 10 minutes. Haha. So we're going to the other back side just so that that can be even. And we're going to do the same thing on both sides. Per. Okay, we done made it to the top of the head. Look at that. Look at that. So I think right now what I'm basically doing is just wiping the excess off her face and around her, forehead and stuff like that. Then I'm just using, the rest of the bleach and putting it on the top part of her head, combing that through, massaging it through, and making sure it's just evenly distributed. Like I said, I wish I would have done it from the top to the back, but because specifically she wanted the front of her head to be brighter than the back. So I don't really know how I would have done that without it, leaking downwards, but hey, to each his own. But anyways, we are massaging that in really, really well, smoothing it out, making sure everything is even. And when we're done with that part, we're just gonna put a shower cap over it and just let it sit for just however long you want it to sit. Like, it's not like the bleach burns, but you don't want to sit it in too long and all your hair be falling out. So I just to the color your heart desires, because you literally are just lifting that color from black to as bright as it can go. All right. Okay, yeah. So now we are about to rinse it out, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Rinse it out thoroughly. Make sure you get all the bleach out though, because you don't want to leave that in your head. And so yeah, you just super rinse it good, and then you can wash it as well. So that's what we're gonna do, is thoroughly rinse and just wash, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Unless you wanted a how to wash video, let me know in the comments. Another thing too, I probably should say is that we left the bleach in her hair for like 15 to 20 minutes. We didn't leave it in too long. We could have left it in longer, to be honest, probably like up to 30 minutes. But yeah, 15 to 20 minutes is what we left it in, because, the hair dye that we are dyeing her hair is not going to be as bright. I mean, originally it was, but this one isn't going to be as bright. We're going to do a color on the front top part of her hair, and then we're going to do a color on the back. And the back color is going to be more like, I guess you could say, fall, kind of amber, ginger kind of colors, like that orangey red color. And then the top part, which was very not, it wasn't a whole lot. It's not like her hair was parted in half, but you're gonna see the part when I start to do the dye part. But the top part of her head is going to be honey brown, like honey blonde, I would say, honey blonde. And then it's just gonna blend perfectly into the amber, especially in the fall season. It's September, it's giving all of that. So yeah. Yo, I just wanted y'all to see, and this is the part that is this is right here, right here. This is why I wet her whole back, y'all. This is why I wet her whole back. Because my legs was giving out. Okay, my hamstrings was about to snap. Okay, the way I was bending over, I was like, baby, okay, I can't do this. I literally went her whole back. We was over there just laughing for the longest. Like, what? Yeah. Okay, so step number one was to bleach. Step number two was to wash it out, rinse it out. Step number three is gonna be the dyeing the top part of her head. So I don't know if you guys can see because of the camera angle. I forgot to move the camera around, but we actually are. I actually am dyeing the front part of her head. This is a different color. This is gonna be the honey blonde that we're doing, and I'm going to make sure that this line is super super straight so that it doesn't, go across to the back part. And I want to make sure the back stays one color, the front stays another color. So I'm just getting really in there with the line, with the brush, just making sure it's a straight line across. And also, I put in the dye, I believe I combed it through as well because I didn't want to miss any pieces. So combed it through. I put a little rubber band or clip onto it, and then I moved on to the back after wiping my hands and stuff like that. So the colors didn't switch. And I also rinse. So if you're doing two different colors, you want to rinse your bowl, rinse your brush, all that stuff. Rinse your comb. Make sure you don't get that color into the back. And yeah. Okay, this is going to be our last part of dying. So I guess you could say step four, but it's still kind of in step three. We're still dyeing the head. We did the front half of the head or the front top part of the head, not even half. Like I said, it's a small section, okay, of honey blonde, brown, or whatever you want to call it in the front. So now what we're going to do is the kind of amber ginger color. And she did mix like two colors together. We mixed like a little bit of the honey blonde and two other like ginger amber colors where it was like red orange given. But you're gonna see the color as I put it on. The color's not doesn't look exactly as it did when I first put it on. At first, when I first put it on, I was like, "Oh, am I doing the right dye?" Because at first it looked honey blonde too as the first part, but then I realized the first part in the front, if you guys can see now on the side, that part is a little darker than this color. So then I started to see the reds coming in, and I said, "Oh, okay, I got the right, I got the right color." But yeah, I did this part in the back in thicker sections because it's easier to dye it than to bleach it. If you ask me, just bleaching it, the hair's a little stiffer into. Like there was some steps that I just don't know professionally as a professional, but I still did my thing with this look. Now this look still ate, regardless of it not being, that, bright blonde, because you could see the orange tint in it still anyway. And but the look she was going for, the orange tint actually helped. It actually helped. Okay, so it all came together. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, basically you just coat all of this. Make sure you get every strand underneath, on top, in the middle. Massage it through, comb it through. Kind of same process as the bleaching, but yeah, I am gonna skip some of this, so I'm just gonna basically work my way up from the back. And yeah, this is just the first section, comb it through, yada yada yada. And once I get to the top, we're gonna put a shower cap on, let it sit a little bit, and then we're gonna rinse that out again. Okay, yeah. So we are on the last part, that is to dye. And like I just did, make sure you flip that section upwards so you get what's in between the underneath and all of that good stuff. So if you look closely, you can see the two different colors coming in. Like you see how the back is more ginger and the top is more blonde. Like I think it's cute. It's a look. So yeah, we just making sure we undoing. Oh yeah, I had a piece, I think, from the front got to the back, or the back got to the front or something, so I just had to unravel that and fix that real quick. But anyways, with this dye, you want to just make sure it's all combed through and all of that. So that's all I'm doing, is making sure it's combed through evenly and all that good stuff. Then we're just gonna put a shower cap over it, rinse that out, and then you guys will see the end results, which I'm very, very excited for, because which is kind of weird, because usually when you bleach hair and stuff like that, it kind of ruins the hair. But her curl pattern was even more defined after that. I don't know if it just needed some moisture or something like that, but it was more defined of a curl. It wasn't like lacking a curl. But yeah, I mean, if you guys need, this look came out fire. I can't wait for y'all to see the end result. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video, and here are the end results.